Hello everyone. So today we will be learning about the difference between classic mode and beyond mode in Miliastra Wonderland. So the first major difference is player and character limit. Okay. So in classic mode, it supports up to 4 players, and these are the characters restrictions. So one play if there's only one player, then he can choose up to 4 characters. But if there are 2 players, then we can choose each player can choose up to 2 characters. Okay, and if there are more than 2 players, then only one character per player we can choose. And in beyond mode, there are 8 players, with each player having single character only. If I show you this setting, so if we go to the stage settings, and then here you can see number of principal cast characters members for one player. So you can see there are 4. Okay, for single player it is 4. Okay, and if I show you one more setting, player count setting, so as you can see here it's only one player count setting. Okay, but if I change up to 4 players, okay, and then select all 4 players, okay, and then you can see all these options which I was telling, right? For one player we can choose up to 4 players. This you can customize as per your wish. If you set 2, then 2 players. Okay, and for number of principal cast members for 2 players, this can be 2, 1 and 3. You can't give, you see, right? I gave the 3, so it doesn't take the 3 value, and this is not editable. Okay, so for one player we can change from 1 to 4, and for 2 players from 1 to 2 we can change, and for more than 2 players only one character can be chosen. Okay, so this is the first thing. Second thing is character type. Okay, so in classic mode allows playable table characters, means the characters from the actual Genshin game, like Raiden, those characters. Okay, you can choose. And in beyond mode, there you can choose only your mannequin and mannequin a character only. Okay, so if I show you here how the character selection screen will look like, so it will look like this. You can choose your Genshin characters here. Okay,
Need something taken care of?
then you can start the stage with those characters. As you can see here, now I can play with these
Feel
characters.
this! Illusion shattered!
Now the third system is character level system. So in classic mode, character levels are inherited from the original level in tab. Means you cannot modify the level of the character in classic mode. Okay, so if my Raiden is level 90, I can't downgrade to level 1, 2. And in beyond mode, the character levels can be customized using the node graph or editor. In beyond mode, so in beyond mode, if you go, this is classic mode, but in beyond mode you will see one more section here for the in the character screen. You will see here for the level. Okay, that character level. Okay, I will show you after this. Let me quickly show you how it will look like. So if I show you some beyond mode, so if I go to the character screen and then to the character, not then to the player, so here you can see, right, basic level. So basically whatever the level of the player, that we have to use, we can change here. Okay, so if I say 100, then this character will become 100 level. Okay, okay, yeah, we can change this from here as well as from the class. If I add one class to the characters, then we can specify what is the maximum level of the character. Suppose if I say 100, and what will be the initial level of the character? If I say suppose 20, okay, so character will start with 20 level, and the maximum upgraded level of that character will be 100. Okay, so this is about the level. Okay. Third and fourth point is a skill system. So in class, let me show you. So in classic mode, we don't have a separate skill configuration section for the characters, because the skills are inherited from the Tevet characters. So if Raiden has an ultimate, so it will use that ultimate, and similarly for the elemental skill, it will use that skill. We cannot create our own skills in classic mode for the characters. Okay. So if I go here, you can see there's only section for creation custom skill in the combat preset screen. If we go to this section, and you can see only creation skill we can create here. Okay, whereas beyond mode allows creation and customization of character skills option. So if I show you for I've gone to the combat preset screen. Then to this, you can see two sections: character custom skill and creation custom skill section. Both we can create here creation skill, and here the character skill. Okay, so like I have created one skill like this for the create character. Okay. And similarly for the shield management in classic mode, we do not have the functionality for customizing the shield, but in beyond mode we have a dedicated section for shield management. Okay, if I go here, this is the beyond mode. So here you can see one section for shield management, where we can create a shield and then configure all these settings, but this option is not present in classic mode. So here you can see there's no section for shield. Okay, now to the gift box feature. So classic mode does not include a gift box section. Okay. So here you can see there's no gift box section, but in beyond mode there's gift box section. You can create your own gift boxes. Okay. And for the camera configuration also, we don't have that in the classic mode, but we have that camera configuration in the beyond mode. So here you can see there's no camera settings. Okay, but if I show you beyond mode for the gift boxes camera, so here you can see one section for the Wonderland gift box. You can create your own colorful surprise box. This is the new functionality which was added in the last patch, and this is the original gift box which I have created just for the demo purpose. Okay, so yeah. And for the camera settings, you can see here you have the option for the manage main camera. We can choose between different mode like 2.5D camera, first person camera, it will look like this, and similarly third person camera, it will look like this. So we can configure the camera settings in beyond mode, but not in the classic mode. And similarly for the skill resource system, so you can see here we have one section for skill resource. One second. Yeah, skill resource management. So here you can create skill resource like at what this skill resource basically you can use in the skills. Okay, so I have created this skill, so I have use this consumption type as this skill. So when this skill is used, then we will consume this 1 point, and that skill is also reset to 0, and then once again it is increased to 1. By doing some actions we can increase, like by hitting an enemy we can increase that value, and then when this skill is cast, then this will be consumed skill is also okay. But this option is not present in classic mode. Okay, and similarly for the in-game save feature, if I show you here, we have the dedicated section for the in-game save. So yeah, here you can create a in-game save structure, and then you can save some files between, so that it will persist across the sessions. Okay, now if I show you same thing for the classic mode about the in-game save and skill resource. So those settings are not present in the classic mode. Okay. So you can see there's no skill resource section, as well as the in-game save feature section here. Okay, so this is about the difference between beyond and the classic mode. So I've created this stage, classic mode stage. Okay, so basically here what we can do is we can test the details, and
This
basically
will
we
be
can
a
test our
productive
characters,
part.
what is the highest damage our character is dealing, and what is the DPS of our character. And so I've created this, and there are few more UIs which we can switch between. Say I've chosen this UI. Okay, so here I can select the enemy with whom I need to test. Okay, so suppose I've chosen the ruin grader. Okay, and then I can start this.
Solidified!
Transfixed. Fulfill our pact.
If I now change the character, it will show the damage for that character. Okay, and the stats for that character. Okay. So basically you can test your character here. Okay, so now I will show you how I have done these things. So basically this is the node graph which is used by that NPC, from where we can configure different things, like when I select the tab what will happen. So once I selected this first option for the enemy is we can choose the enemy, right? We at the dummy enemy, so I will invoke that deck selector, so it will invoke once again, so it will invoke this deck selector where I have created those enemies. Okay, and similarly if I select second, then it will basically start start the match dummy test session. Okay, so I need to show you now the basic things how the player is being managed. Okay, so here the first thing, you can get all these character attributes. So I'm getting all these character attributes, advanced attributes here. Okay, so here I've created all those logics, you can see, right? So here I'm basically I am getting all the character entities of the specified player, and then I'm getting the total damage and then adding the current damage to it and setting in the variable. Okay, so here the most important notes which you need to say are get active. Active character. So get active character of specified player. So it will return the current selected character of the player. Okay. So this node is very important to get the active character. Similarly, there is one event node when active character changes. So when active character changes, so this event will trigger whenever we switch our character, so that you can know which character you have switched. Okay, so here if I show you, so I have used this event here. When the active character changes, then I am and then I am updating those stats for that character. Okay, so basically this is all about the uh, classic mode stages, how we can create here. Okay, so most of the things are same, but there are only few differences, right, which I told you, so you can go through those. Yeah, thank you.